Today's horoscope, Aquarius February 25, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. While the moon spends the day in your privacy sector, instead of getting lost in a sea of emotions, you can connect with your feelings and stay anchored in the present. This transit suggests some need to keep to yourself or fly under the radar to get time to process and digest. Your thinking and frame of mind are strong and determined today, and you could be excited to get to the bottom of a matter. You may want to make changes to your health, personal environment, or a key relationship. Your ideas or opinions are in demand, and your instincts to find the right information at the right time are on point. You gravitate to pursuing realizable goals and practical activities. Buckle up for a whirlwind day when it comes to flirtation, laughter, and love. As Mercury, the planet of the mind and communication, sends a lusty gaze over to mighty Mars, the planet of passion, you'll be feeling the erotic heat. This could bring a sudden message from a lover that surprises and arouses you, or even an invite or flirtation from someone new who is very interested in you. Regardless of whether you are single or attached, be sure to take advantage of this spicy energy to manifest your desires and seduce you like there's no tomorrow. Everyone will be ready for a romp. You might feel preoccupied. It could be challenging to focus on work when the moon in Capricorn trines Uranus in Taurus. Usually, you can detach your feelings once you enter your work environment. However, today might be different. It might be challenging to switch gears if you are mentally and emotionally preoccupied with your matters. You could have experienced recent shifts in your home, family, and lifestyle that have taken precedence in your life. Give yourself grace as you navigate your work and life balance and priorities during this unstable period. Experimentation is a fun activity for most of us. Sometimes it's even necessary to curb the tendency to try too many new things. For instance, if you are going to try a new food, be sure you also prepare or order something you know you will like that is also nutritious. Taking care of your own diet is like managing the diet of a child. You must be responsible and loving. Experiment with finding more ways that you can be loving to yourself. Take time to consider whether or not you give your relationships with your family enough time and care. While your career endeavors often take a great deal of your time and energy, these important people need to have a little, as well. You are apt to be more aware of this on this day. Rather than just thinking about it all, take the initiative to spend time with your family. It doesn't need to be a long time, just quality time. 6 days after your birthday month ended and the sun left Aquarius, the dwarf planet series, the Queen of Nurturing leaves today. This ends a nearly 3-month deep dive into your needs and priorities that not only included your birthday month but Pluto, the planet of change and transformations, transition into Aquarius, where he will spend the next 20 years. Ceres is always focused on your needs and priorities, but after focusing on your own needs and priorities, her return to your income sector begins her first deep dive into your income needs and priorities in 4 years, just as you are moving into some powerful months on the income front. Because Mars was still in your relationship sector when the dwarf planet series returned to Aquarius in December, and she was just one of the planets that clashed before he left in the new year. As she leaves today, it is with a better understanding of both your own and your relationship needs and priorities. With Mars turning direct today and beginning his trek back to your relationship sector, the timing couldn't be better. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon in Capricorn forms an opposition with newly direct Mars in Cancer, you may find yourself reflecting on past actions and words, gaining a newfound awareness of how they have shaped recent events. This opposition brings an interesting dynamic, as the moon and Mars are in mutual reception, meaning they have the potential to assist each other rather than work against one another. This can create a unique opportunity for self-reflection and growth, allowing you to take ownership of past mistakes while also recognizing the lessons they hold. Have you ever looked back on a situation and realized that with just a little more patience or a different perspective, things might have unfolded differently? Now is the time to embrace those insights, not with regret, but with a sense of empowerment, because every moment of self-awareness brings you closer to becoming the person you strive to be. With this energy in play, You might become more aware of missed opportunities, but rather than dwelling on what could have been, use this time to open your mind to new possibilities. This is a day for forward movement, for releasing old frustrations and embracing a fresh perspective. Mars, now moving direct, supports action, while the Moon in Capricorn encourages careful planning and measured steps. If there is something you've been holding on to, resentment, self-doubt, or even an old goal that has felt just out of reach, consider this a cosmic invitation to shift your mindset. The past does not define your future unless you allow it to. What's one thing you can let go of today to make room for something better? Creativity flows through you now, and it's shaping the way you spend your time. There's an urge to express yourself, to dive into activities that allow you to reconnect with parts of yourself that may have been neglected. Whether it's painting, writing, playing music, or even engaging in thought-provoking conversations, your mind craves stimulation. Have you ever rediscovered an old passion and felt like a missing piece of yourself was falling back into place? This is a wonderful time to lean into that feeling. Whether it's picking up an instrument you haven't touched in years or simply allowing your imagination to wander, creative expression will bring both clarity and joy. The energy today also encourages meaningful connections with others. There is something magnetic about optimism, and your current outlook has a way of drawing people in. You may find that friends, colleagues, or even acquaintances are more receptive to your ideas, eager to share in your enthusiasm and vision. If you are in a relationship, this energy strengthens your bond, making communication flow effortlessly. If you're single, your natural charm is heightened, making this a great time to meet someone new. Have you ever met someone at just the right moment in your life, when your energy seemed to align perfectly with theirs? That kind of serendipity is in the air today, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there, whether socially or romantically. If there's something you've been meaning to start, whether it's a project, a personal goal, or even a conversation about a change you want to make, today is a great day to take that first step. Sometimes, the hardest part is simply beginning. If necessary, seek advice or permission where needed, but don't let hesitation hold you back. You may find that once you voice your ideas or take action, you receive more support than you expected. There's a momentum building around you now, and even the smallest step forward can create a ripple effect that leads to bigger opportunities. What's something you've been thinking about doing but haven't acted on yet? Physically, you may feel a strong urge to burn off excess energy. Engaging in some form of movement, whether it's an intense workout, a long walk, or even just stretching, will help bring a sense of balance and release any restlessness. There's something deeply satisfying about pushing yourself physically and feeling your own strength. Have you ever had one of those workouts where you went in feeling frustrated but walked out feeling like a weight had been lifted off your shoulders? That kind of renewal is available to you today. On the financial front, things are beginning to shift in a positive direction. If you've been feeling stuck or uncertain about your financial progress, you may start to notice signs that the momentum is picking up. The obstacles that once seemed immovable are beginning to dissolve, and your instincts for making smart financial moves are reawakening. If an opportunity presents itself, don't let fear hold you back. Have you ever hesitated on a decision, only to look back later and wish you had taken the leap? While it's important to be mindful, don't allow overthinking to paralyze you. Trust yourself and your ability to navigate new opportunities wisely. As the day unfolds, embrace the energy that surrounds you. Reflect on your past, but don't let it weigh you down. Reconnect with your passions and the parts of yourself that bring joy. Strengthen your relationships by showing up authentically and listening with an open heart. Take those first steps toward the goals you've been dreaming about, and trust that even the smallest effort today can lead to something greater in the future.